Sri Lanka has fallen to 9th position in the ICC ODI rankings. This is the lowest position that the country has dropped down to in the history of rankings. So now, with their backs to the wall, what could one expect from this new-look Sri Lankan side to overcome this situation? All is set for first of 3 one-dayers in Sri Lanka's tour of Bangladesh 2021. Sri Lanka has regularly outperformed the host on their own soil in the past with just 4 losses out of their 17 games in Bangladesh. This time around though, the task will seem a little steep for the visitors with a newly appointed captain and no significant seniors in the squad. With the return of Kusal Mendis into the side, Sri Lanka is most likely to play 6 specialist batsmen. It is also probable that skipper Kusal Perera might partner up with Danushka Gunatilaka to open the batting. Going by the words of Kusal Perera when he spoke of fearless cricket being the way forward before flying out of the island, one could expect heavy fire in the power play from these 2 men. At number 3, the new kid on the block, Pathum Nissanka, finally might have a chance of batting at a position which he prefers the most. But this too will be a choice between him and the vice-captain Kusal Mendis depending on the situation of the game. Players like Dhananjay De Silva, Dasun Shanaka, Wanidu Hasranga and Ashen Bandara have the skill set that enables them to tackle any position, situation or condition quite well. And that adaptability is vital in present-day white ball cricket. But one thing that the Sri Lankans could struggle against is the foreign conditions in Bangladesh and particularly in Dhaka. The excessive dewfall in the late evenings could turn a game on its head. It is understood that Sri Lanka is likely to use the left-arm wrist spinner Lakshan Sandakan as the second spinner alongside Wanidu Hasranga. The pace battery is expected to have Isuru Udana, who also relies a lot on his wrist for his back-of-the-arm slow ball and the cutters, which could be extremely effective on the slow and damp surfaces. But the question is how much these wrist-dependent bowlers would be able to maintain control if they are to bowl with a soaked ball amidst the evening dew. But to address the issue, the Lankans have 2 good finger spinners in De Silva and Gunatilaka who are known to be highly economical in limited overs cricket. Having spoken about the dew factor, it is apt that Sri Lanka bowls first at the Sherre Bangala Stadium if they win the toss. Even though the numbers just show a 4% advantage in bowling first in a day-night game in Dhaka, with the kind of attack Sri Lanka has, they will want a dry ball and a sticky surface. Speaking of key players, Wanidu Hasranga is undoubtedly going to be of great value for Sri Lanka. But it is the return of the skipper Kusal Perera into the opening position that could make a real difference in the game. 3 out of the 5 centuries Perera has scored came while opening the batting, and in one of the other 2 centuries he walked out to the crease in the 3rd over, more or less like an opener. He also has 11 50s while opening and has only scored 3 50s batting in any other position. Bangladesh, on the other hand, have their most valuable cricketer Shakib Al Hasan back in the team. The hosts will rely heavily on the fierce batting of skipper Tamim Iqbal and the all-round excellence of Shakib Al Hasan. With their ace fast bowler Mustafizur Rahman struggling with bubble fatigue, much will be expected from their gutsy seamer Taskin Ahmed. Ahmed did have a good test series in Sri Lanka last month. The weather is expected to be mostly cloudy and humid on the evening of the 23rd, while heavy dewfall could also be on the cards. Probable 11 for Sri Lanka: Kusal Perera, Danushka Gunatilaka, Pathum Nissanka, Kusal Mendis, Dhananjay De Silva, Ashen Bandara, Dasun Shanaka, Wanidu Hasranga, Isuru Udana, Dushmanta Chamira and Lakshan Sandakan. Probable 11 for Bangladesh: Tamim Iqbal, Linton Das, Shakib Al Hasan, Mushfiqur Rahim, Mohammedullah, Soumya Sarkar, Mosaddiq Hussain, Mehdi Hassan Miraj, Mohammad Saifuddin, Taskin Ahmed and Mustafizur Rahman.